Thank you so much, Mr. President. President, Ministers, Generals, ladies and gentlemen, it's really a great honor for me to be here at this meeting of Ukraine's National Security and Defense Council. And this council has been key in upholding the sovereignty and the territorial integrity of Ukraine, and therefore it is both a pleasure but also an honor for me to meet with you today and to be able to discuss how we can further develop the partnership, the cooperation between Ukraine and NATO, and I'm looking forward to our discussions. Ukraine and NATO, we have been partners for almost 20 years. And this partnership has been important for Ukraine, but it has also been important for NATO, because Ukraine has contributed to many different NATO operations, and by working together with you, we have increased the interoperability, the ability to work together, and this is important for you, but it's also important for the whole alliance. And I am therefore very proud of everything we have been able to achieve together over almost 20 years. Ukrainian troops have worked alongside their NATO colleagues in Afghanistan and in Kosovo. Ukraine has contributed ships to our counter-piracy operations off the Horn of Africa, and Ukraine participates in the NATO response force. And again, this is a sign of how strong our partnership is, and it's also a sign of how successful we have been in developing our cooperation, enabling you to be part of the NATO response force. And only yesterday, President Poroshenko and I opened the Ukraine 2015, which is an exercise to exercise disaster response. And this is also an important part of our relationship and just illustrates how broad our cooperation is and how many different areas we are cooperating within. Ensuring our people are protected from natural as well as man-made disasters is also part of what we are working together with you on. And all of this makes it very clear for me that NATO can rely on Ukraine, that you are a highly valued partner. Today, the Ukrainian people are facing their greatest challenge. There is conflict on Ukrainian soil. Russia has illegally annexed Crimea, an act we will never accept. And Russia continues to support the separatist forces in the east with weapons, command and control, and with troops. This is a violation of the territorial integrity of Ukraine, and it undermines the international rules-based order which has benefited the whole of Europe for so many years. In these difficult times, Ukraine can rely on NATO. NATO provides Ukraine with political and with practical support. We support your independence and your territorial integrity, and we support the full implementation of the Minsk agreements. This remains the only way out of the crisis. Ukraine has had to make some difficult political decisions, particularly on the status of certain parts of eastern Ukraine. But it shows that Kiev is sticking to its Minsk agreements and commitments. It is important that you continue on this path. The full implementation of the Minsk agreement by all parties is a prerequisite for peace and for Ukraine to restore sovereign control over its own border. I commend you on all that you have done. Your efforts, the fact that the ceasefire is mainly holding, and renewed attempts to find a political solution are encouraging. The onus is now on Moscow and the separatists to respect their Minsk commitments, to fully respect the ceasefire, to withdraw their heavy weapons, and to grant OSCE monitors full access to the area. And let me also underline that any parallel local elections that are not fully compliant with Ukrainian law would put the Minsk agreement at risk. So as I also stated yesterday, any elections which are not in compliance with Ukrainian law will not be recognized by the international community nor by NATO. So therefore, elections has to be conducted in compliance with Ukrainian law. NATO also provides Ukraine with practical support. NATO's 5 trust funds in areas like command and control, cyber defense, and medical rehabilitation can make a significant difference. Our advisors are working with the Ministry of Defense and your General Staff, the National Guard and others to help you implement reforms and modernize your armed forces. This is a crucial practical support helping Ukraine to more effectively defend itself. In addition, many NATO allies are supplying equipment and helping with military and police training of Ukrainian forces and police personnel. And actually yesterday I met some of these trainers from Canada and from the United States, just underlining that both NATO and NATO allies provide many different kinds of practical support to your armed forces and to your police, helping you to increase your capacity to defend your own country. NATO and Ukraine have a stronger, more focused and more substantive partnership than ever before. Together we can preserve our vision of a Europe whole, free and at peace. So thank you once again for inviting me to this council. Thank you.